بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
Interpretation of the Holy Quran.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. With the assistance of Allah, we began a concise commentary of Quran. We got to chapter Yunus, 10th chapter of Quran, which is revealed in Mecca. It has 109 verses. Please listen to verse 4.
إليه مرجعكم جميعا وعد الله حقا إنه يبدأ الخلق ثم يعيده ليجزي الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات بالقسط والذين كفروا لهم شراب من حميم وعذاب أليم بما كانوا يكفرون.
To him is your return of all, the promise of Allah in truth. Surely he begins the creation in the first instance, then he reproduces it, that he may with justice recompense those who believe and do good, and those who disbelieve, they shall have a drink of hot water and painful punishment because they disbelieved. We talked about this verse in previous episodes. In 2 episodes we talked about it, and we reached a regard to talk about some messages that we can get from this verse. Allah says all of you are going toward Allah. One day all people will return to Allah. Allah is the one who has created for the first time, and he can bring it back, and he will bring it back in resurrection day. And the main reason for that, to reward those who believed and they had the good deeds and actions. And the opposite of that, also disbelievers will be punished. There are a few messages that we can get from this verse. One, Allah emphasized that all people will go to Allah. It means sooner or later we should be questioned, and Allah is going to question us. So the one that we should be worried to satisfy him and to obey him is Allah and nobody else. In this world, of course, we try to satisfy some people, but we should understand that it is a temporary. Their satisfactions are going to help us for temporary. But comparing to Allah's satisfaction in resurrection day, which is permanent, we should try to satisfy Allah. When Allah's satisfaction will conflict with satisfaction of people, we should try to obey Allah and satisfy him. This is one. Allah says, sooner or later, all of you are going toward Allah. It means be very careful to satisfy him. Otherwise, in that time, it's too late to do something for yourself. Second, by this sentence, we understand that all people will be alive again after this. So all people will die, and all people will come in resurrection day, in front of Allah to be questioned. And also from this sentence that Allah says, إِنَّهُ يَبْدَأُ الْخَلْقَ ثُمَّ يُعِيدُهُ. Allah is the one who created the world for the first time. ثُمَّ يُعِيدُهُ. Then he is the one who brings them back. Allah emphasized that Allah is the one that for the first time has created, and He is the one who bring it back. From this sentence, we understand the appeal of this sentence says that resurrection day is definitely body resurrection. Physical resurrection is not a spiritual resurrection, because the one who has created this world, which has physical, He is going to bring it back. Bring it back, the appearance of the sentence will tell us the same one. It means the same Mr. X, Mr. Hassan, Mr. Hussein. The same one, it means with this body. But the questions regarding to the body when it crumbled and powdered and destroyed for 1,000 years, how Allah is going to bring it back, inshallah, we should talk about it somewhere else. Then Allah says, when He says He is the one who created for the first time and He bring it back, Allah wants to make it easy for us to understand. When we astonished how He can bring it back while we are destroyed, Allah wants to say that if you think properly, it should be anyway more easier when Allah wants to bring it back. For the first time should be more difficult. If with this intellect that we have, with the capacity that we have, if we want to understand something, we should know that the creation for the first time is more difficult. For the first time, Allah has created Adam, our grandfather, from nothing. And then Allah has created us from a sperm. But this body, when Allah wants to bring us back in resurrection day, at least He is going to collect it. Because we are there, we are not destroyed. We have changed our shapes, our skins, our outer section. Otherwise, we are there. When we are destroyed, even our crumbled and our meat will be changed. Will be changed to soul, for example, to powder, will not be destroyed. They are there. So to collect them should be easier as our understanding. Allah wants to make it easy for us and says, if you want to think it, think how Allah has created for the first time while He has created. And the one who has power and ability to create for the first time, definitely He has power and ability to bring them back. And we may understand from this sentence, al-khalq, which means creation, that Allah will bring everything back, or many things back, not only human being. Because Allah didn't say that yabda'ul khalqatil insan. Allah has created human beings and He brings human being back. No, creation, it includes everything, at least many things. Then Allah says, لِيَجْزِي. Allah creates for what? To reward them. Allah wants to reward all people who have done something to obey Allah. And as we have explained before, some of our actions and good deeds has a lot of positive effects even after our death. So we should wait to see how many people are going to benefit from our activity until Allah will reward us for all those. And it will not happen unless to wait until resurrection day. Otherwise, a person who did a very good job 1,000 years ago and still he helps us, Allah wants to reward him. How when he died, Allah rewards him? There should be a resurrection day. And reward is for believers. Allah says, الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, those who believed, وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, those who believed and practiced their beliefs and practiced their religion are going to be rewarded. Otherwise, there is a punishment. And from the sentence بالقسط, we said according to justice, it doesn't mean that Allah will not give more. Definitely Allah will give more. And giving more is not opposite of justice. Giving less is opposite of justice and doesn't match qist. Why Allah will punish disbelievers? Allah says, بِمَا كَانُوا يَكْفُرُونَ, because they were insisting on denying and rejecting Allah and Resurrection Day. We ask Allah to help us to have a good belief, to believe in Allah and Resurrection Day and Prophet. Not only that, to practice whatever we believe. Thank you very much for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.